I just thought I'd do a real quick video about actually how easy these jacks are. Standard jacks that come with your Wood Mizer sawmill, and I think they're pretty quick, and I'm not saying they're as quick as the self-adjusting, you know, because they would definitely be quicker. I just don't want to pay that money for the extra jacks if I don't have to. I have an option now to get that, or I had an option when we bought the mill to get the fine adjustment jacks. It's just not something that I think everybody should have to pay for, because not everybody wants those fine adjustments. A lot of people take this mill, set it up one time, and it's semi-permanent. All right, so let's try it. Let's take off these wheel covers before I forget them. In your setup of the Wood Mizer, this is one thing I always forget to do. I'll get to lower milling job and start lowering this and hit this. There's the downside to jacks. They got an assortment of sizes anywhere from 2, 2.5 to 3/4 inch thick boards. So I just start by putting these 1 inch. I like these wide ones. Seems like they give you a little bit more stability. This one's warped. Then we'll take these two to that end too. These three. With the head right there, it's got the perfect amount of tongue weight on the tongue for towing. But towing weight is just a little bit more than I like to pick up. I can do it. I've done it several times. You can pick it up. It's not like it's hard. This is not hard to pick up. You can do it. You know, it's pretty easy. It's balanced pretty good. But another inch or two this way takes 20 pounds off that end. You run it all the way to the end here, and you can lift up that end of the mill without even doing anything. But just an inch or two. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. Just 6 inches. We'll see how easy I can pick this up now. 6 inches should be picking this up pretty easy. Oh yeah, you can pick this up with one hand now. So I'll pick this up just a little bit, pull this, and then drop it down. And that's where I want that first jack, is right there level. But now I've got to put a plate under there. So this is a little bit bigger than you want. You don't want to carry this around with you on a portable mill, but being right here, it won't be too bad. Now you don't want these in your walk path where you're going to be walking every day. Every trip down the mill, you don't want to walk on that. Alright, now I'm going to lower these jacks up here. And if it looks like this end of your mill is lower, you'll take these all the way to the ground. But there, it's not locked. It's just setting on that. It's not locked. I'll have to raise it up with the pole and lock it. Same with this one. I just drop it. It's not locked. It can go up or down. Well, it can go until it hits a hole. But it can go up or down. It's not locked. So now if I raise up that end of the mill and this locks, that'll be fine. If it doesn't, then I'll raise it up and lock it. Now, all your weight is down here. And now I can operate my hydraulic. I don't want it level. I don't care if it's level. I actually want that end just up just a little bit higher, not much. And I want this log side over here up a little bit higher. So that when I bring a log on here, it will roll back and hit these dogs. If I have this side here, the rail side higher, then my log will roll off, or could. Mine aren't usually round enough to roll off, but they could. So I like to have it just leaning just a little bit towards the rail side, and I like to have the head just a little bit higher. Just the way I like to operate. There's no, you can get out your level and try to level it if you want, but there's no need to. So I've got that one on the ground now. I'm going to try and raise this one. And there we are. Now if you can't raise this one, if you want this one raised and you can't do it, you move your block and dig out a little bit. Now I'll be able to drop this one more and raise it. That will probably, oops, it's already locked. Nope, it's just tight. So I can't raise this one up to that notch. It just won't raise. I added some dirt under this. It won't raise. I can't raise it with this pole. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of dirt out and set this down just a little bit. Now I'll try to jack up this one, but why do it with the head up here? You know, why not run this head forward, get all my weight down there. So now I can run this head all the way to the end, because I've got these three at the end set, and there's no weight on this, but you've still got those jacks back there holding it so good. Now this one is not tight, so what I should do is tighten this one up here, make it tight, and then raise that one up, because there's not enough under here to make this one tight. And I don't need to go down any further. I could. I don't know if I can go down one or not. Maybe if I turn this board over, I can go down one. Now I can drop this one down. But the jack's still a little bit loose over there. But I'm gonna try to tighten up that jack with this one, which is tight. But this one's not quite tight either, which is not good. So I'm gonna have to move this one, because I can't pick this one up enough. See? So, here's your fine adjustment. Here's the fine adjustment that I'm willing to do instead of paying for the fine adjustment jacks. Right? Boom, boom, boom. That's it. Put a little sawdust under there. Whatever you got. Dirt. Drop your jack down. And that's my fine adjustment. Now that's not tight enough. Yeah, it is. It still looks like it may be leaning that way a little bit too much. This tire's on, that tire, we'll make sure it's on, but it's on. There's no, you know, the mill's not wobbling. You know, there's no wobble. I would rather do this. I would rather do this than be forced to pay for the fine adjustment jack. Don't get me wrong, probably as soon as I make it rich in sawmilling, which should be any day now. Getting rich should be easy with sawmill. But these guys who are like me, there. That's really not tight enough either. But these guys who are on a budget don't want to be forced into buying a self-leveling jack. So why would Wood Mizer make it mandatory that everybody has a self-leveling jack? It's an option. It's an option for the LT35. You can buy it. So I'll take this jack right here, and I think a lot of other people will take this jack right here and this mill right here and not have to pay the price for the fine adjustment jacks. I mean, there's plenty of examples of this, but like, why isn't it made of thicker steel? They made it of this thin of steel because it's enough to hold any log. You know what I mean? It's enough to keep the mill level. They could have made this with whatever, 3-inch thick steel right here. Why isn't this 3-inch thick? Because people don't want to pay for 3-inch thick steel when this works. People don't want to pay for self-leveling, or I keep saying self-leveling. People don't want to pay for fine adjustment jacks when this works. Anybody who's running an LT35, whether to make money or as a hobby, who wants to get in this business as cheap as they can, doesn't want to have to pay for the fine adjustment jacks. So that's why I think that they're not a mandatory. Don't come standard on the mill. Like and subscribe, and we'll get what are we going to do next? We're going to do some red oak, 1.5-inch red oak for trailer decking. I started that log a month ago, and we're going to square it up again, and I've got it sawn into almost a cant. and we're going to square it up again, put it back on the mill, and get some 1.5-inch boards out of it for trailer decking. So like, subscribe, we'll put out some more videos. Thanks.